Hello everyone. Hello sir. I'm Adi and I'm Aathiththan Yogeswaran and this is my AI project for assignment 3 in game 3001, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made a basic enemy AI using a state machine, and then I will walk through how the code works in a simple way. So let's jump right into the game. Okay, let's begin with the gameplay demo. Here you can see enemy starting in the idle state and standing still, not doing anything. In the corner you can see there's a timer running on. Once the timer finished, the enemy randomly switched to patrol, where it moves back and forth between two patrol points. As the enemy patrol, it continually checks for the player within its vision cone using both direction check and then raycast. And if I walk into the enemy vision, once it detects me and confirms there's a line of sight, it switches to move player and start chasing me. You can also see the enemy rotates smoothly while chasing me, and which give a more realistic feel. And if it's reached me, the game's end and it's load the game over screen with a sound. So yeah, that's a full cycle of idle, patrol, chase, game over with a sound. So when we move on to the code breakdown, the whole thing is built using a finite state machine, just a fancy way of saying I gave enemy different modes of behaviors. I made a enum with the three states: idle, patrol, and move to player. The script runs a switch statement in the update method to check what the current state is and act based on, like idle, just stand still; patrol, move between points; and move to player, chase the player, like that. For switching states, I use the coroutine called state switcher. That's where the timer logic happens. It randomly switches between the idle and patrol, and I added a counter so it doesn't repeat too much. And when you see the player detection, it's done with two checks. First, it makes sure the player's in front of the enemy using a dot product. Then it does a raycast to check if there's a clear line of sight, like no walls or any obstacles in the line of sight. Only if both pass, it switches to move to player state. And in the move to target function, I use the vector math and quaternion slur for smooth y-axis rotation, which avoid the jarring or any robotic turns, as you can see. And also I added little line of renderer to show its line range, makes my debugging easier. Every time state change, I play a sound so the change feels noticeable. It handled through the separate audio manager, and all the transitions are handled with the change state function, which also plays a sound every time the state change. This separation of the logic keeps the code modular and easy to debug and expand. When you see the player movement, player control is pretty basic. I use the rigid body for the smooth movement, and when you press the WASD, the player rotates in the direction you are going and moves forward. It's simple but works perfectly for testing the enemy AI and how it reacts. And that's the core of my project, and I wanted to build something simple but smart, and having the enemy only chase when it really sees the player make it feel more real. And that's it. And I'll wrap it here. And that's my assignment 3. So thank you for watching.